Well, coming up, snow is continuing for a few more hours, the heaviest occurring south and east. An additional 1 to 2 inches going to be likely with major travel impacts, and also Arctic cold returning as we head towards a quieter January pattern. And we are looking at those conditions that'll be turning even colder. There's a live look at that Elk downtown sky camera that is showing you conditions that are still treacherous across the area. And Arctic cold is expected to continue likely for the next 5 to 7 days, if not a bit longer, with temperatures that'll largely be in the 20s, just gradually starting to warm things up. So you do want to get that free WTOL 11 weather app. It has a look at our hour-by-hour forecast that is going to be showing you snow that'll be continuing for a few more hours, finally tapering off by about 8 o'clock as we look at that hourly forecast. Light snow continuing through 8 p.m. and temperatures expected to be in the teens overnight. Now, we do have an additional long-form stream coming up at 6:30 p.m. and you can also check our free WTOL 11 weather app by getting that app and scanning the QR code off to the side of your screen. So where is the snow right now? It is exiting to the east gradually. There are still some pockets of heavier accumulating snow that are ongoing south and east of the Maumee River, and a number of school districts already canceling the night before as a result of this winter weather, including almost every single district across Lucas County, and some counties, every single school district is already closed. Now, there is some heavier banding of snow that is occurring southeast of the river. Locations from Wyandotte County up towards Seneca County, Erie and Huron counties. That is where some of the heaviest snow is coming on down, and there are expected to still be a few additional hours of some heavy snow, especially with that band of snow that is racing to the east. Winter storm warning still in effect until 7 o'clock a.m. tomorrow morning, so I do expect conditions that'll remain poor overnight and into the start of your Monday morning commute, with the exception of Hillsdale and Lenawee counties that are under winter weather advisories. Every single Ohio County and Monroe County under those winter storm warnings. The bigger picture, there is some drier air starting to work in back towards Fort Wayne and even far northwest Ohio, with Williams and Defiance counties that are going to be seeing the snow come to a pause within the next couple of hours. All that heavier snow is now exiting off to the east of I-75. Now, across the region, winter storm warnings at play from Maine all the way back towards Indiana and Illinois, as well as Kentucky. A number of states feeling the wrath of this winter storm that is exiting off towards New England, and many of those New England cities are seeing heavy snow with this one, from Boston down towards New York, and a messy mix in Washington, D.C., and a swath of very heavy snow across interior New England is also ongoing. So the hour-by-hour forecast, 7 p.m., I-75 and eastward continuing to see snow. Still could be coming down heavily near the lakeshore, but after 7 o'clock, areas west of I-75 seeing that snow come to an end. Snowfall is going to be winding down by about 9 o'clock across the board. So how much additional snowfall can you expect? Well, across the metro, an additional ½ inch is likely, although the vast majority of the snow from this system is now in the rearview mirror. That heavier band of snow east still could produce another 1 to 2 inches in locations from Ottawa County down towards Erie and Huron counties, but the vast majority of the snow is now done for the evening. Travel conditions remain poor for the remainder of the evening, so stay home if at all possible. And then as we head towards the morning commute, things are still going to be nasty if you're out early. By late morning, we do start to see some degree of improvement, but I would still urge you to exercise caution out on those roads, as we do have conditions that are expected to be rather hazardous. Snowy roadways remain in effect this evening. Slippery conditions likely for that morning commute, and it is still going to be slick as we head towards the evening, and we'll call it a yellow light for travel. In other words, there are still going to be some slippery conditions, but the vast majority of locations going to be seeing some degree of improvement. Now, looking at our temperature map, we are down in the single digits with sub-zero wind chills, and that is going to be another impact that we continue to track. We've got team coverage this evening with meteorologist Chris Vickers, and even though the storm is going to be winding down this evening, boy, those impacts are going to continue into the week. Chris.
John, they are going to continue, and we've got numerous counties right here under the level 3 snow emergency. John, we'd have to go back until about February of 2022 till we actually had a storm of this magnitude. So let's take you right here into the Weather Impact Alert Center, and we've really kind of elevated this one to a level 5 out of 5. It's a rare type of storm that has brought major impacts to the area. It is a significant winter storm, and in the end, widespread totals are going to come in. We're going to have those numbers. We're going to be calculating who saw the most snow between now and the evening newscast tonight. 6 to 10 inches of snow is what we've been experiencing across much of the area, and what will still continue a little bit of blowing snow. I'm not raising alarm bells on this, but even a gust of wind of about 10 to 15 up to 20 miles per hour will blow a little bit of this powdery snow around. So here's where we stand right now. Latest county to be added to a level 3 snow emergency, that is Williams County, also Defiance County, a level 3 snow emergency. That is now in addition to Hancock County, Wyandotte County, Seneca, Sandusky, Ottawa, Erie, and Huron. If I named your county out, you are under a level 3 snow emergency. So some poor travel still going to be expected, and you're going to hear about this across the nation. They had a major ice storm across parts of the southeast. It is still ice and sleet across parts of the Carolinas. Back towards Charlotte, Atlanta had major impacts. Parts of Tennessee, northern Alabama, and Mississippi. There's been communities that were devastated by significant ice. Now, we are on the tail end of this system, and as John mentioned, much of that snow is going to be done falling between now and about 8 p.m. across the area. East Coast, they're going to get hammered tonight into tomorrow, so major travel impacts. And I'll tell you this, if you're going to be on the go, right there you can scan that free WTOL 11 weather app. You pull your phone out right now, you can scan it. We're going to get you connected with all the latest weather information, no matter where you are across the country. There's the steadiest of the snow starting to collapse the back edge of it. Heaviest of the snow is going to be moving to the east, but we're going to have widespread issues as far as travel and impacts to our exclusive school delay hotspot map. Look at all the red that's showing up. In fact, I've got 69 school districts that are now actively closed for tomorrow, and a couple districts, 4 of them that have chosen a delay, one of them being Ottawa Hills, but most saying, you know what, we're not even going to chance it for tomorrow. We're just going to go ahead and close school. We're not done there. We've got weather impact alert days that will continue for the extreme cold. We get one more lobe of Arctic air down Monday to Tuesday, yet another one midweek Wednesday and into Thursday. That'll keep our highs locked in the teens. It is going to be downright frigid as we go through much of my 10-day forecast. Really no relief from the cold in sight. This is going to be a pattern that is just going to be locked into the winter chill. Highs of the teens for Monday, for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You may be thinking, when are we going to get some relief from this cold? Not much out there as we go through that 10-day forecast. We barely make it back into the 20s as we get into early next week, still well over a week away to get highs back into the mid to upper 20s. We appreciate you following along here with the WTOL 11 weather team. John and I are going to continue to monitor those conditions tonight and make sure everyone is safe and prepared with all the latest information.